One of the leading causes of death among Native Americans is heart disease. I never thought it would affect me. My name is Barbara, and this is my story. As a child, I grew up in Peralta. We would go visiting my grandparents and aunts and uncles in Isleta all the time. I have great memories of my childhood there in Isleta. As I have gotten older, I have become much more connected with my community in Isleta. I participate in the cancer education awareness programs, diabetes prevention programs, and that is where I learned a lot about the American Heart Association. As part of the cancer education awareness classes, we attended the Go Red for Native American Women conference by the American Heart Association. And that's where I learned so much about how much heart disease affects women. I was unaware of how much at risk I was. During the conference, they taught us about the warning signs of a heart attack. When we left the conference, my sister and I were walking back to our vehicle, and we're just simply walking. We weren't, in a hurry or anything. And I told her, slow down, we're walking too fast. And she said, we're just barely walking. And I said, I know, but I'm just really out of breath. I said, I can't catch my breath. The next day was just like any other day. My son and I went for a walk, took our dog for a walk, and just walking around the block, I had a very hard time breathing. I couldn't catch my breath. As we got home, I still really couldn't catch my breath, so I told him, let's just wait a while. And from the Go Red conference the day before, I had a magnet that I had, and I kept it there on my desk, and I kept looking at it, and I thought to myself, no, I have this stuff in my mind, and from yesterday, and I'm just getting myself worried over nothing. And as time went on, I started feeling nauseous because I couldn't catch my breath, or at least I thought that was the reason, which was another reason that little heart kept catching my eye, because that was another symptom. And I started feeling my arm hurting, and I kept thinking, well, it's just from walking the dog. And then I could feel my jaw starting to hurt, my teeth were hurting, and I thought, well, it's because I'm getting myself worked up, I'm getting myself scared over all this. But again, that was another symptom. So after a few minutes, I realized all those signs and symptoms on that magnet that I got the day before was me. And I asked my son to bring my phone, and he said, who are you calling? And I said, I think I better call 911. We got in the ambulance, and they started checking me again, and they put the machines on me, and that's when they told me, we need to go code 4, which is with the lights and the siren on, because you're having a very bad heart attack. I was so scared. They put in 2 stents into my right coronary artery. I was very glad I went to that conference the day before. During my recovery, there were so many people helping me through this scary time, through this new way of living. I had the doctors, I had the nurses, I had my cardiac rehab team. Everybody was great. I'm part of a fitness program there in Isleta. We go in and exercise twice a week. I have continued to, lose weight and learn how to eat healthy. And it seems difficult, but when you have so many people behind you, it's not hard. Storytelling is a very big part of my Native American culture, and I hope my story will help many. Most of all, I hope my story will help just one person be a survivor. I want to thank the American Heart Association for teaching me what to look for, teaching me the signs and the symptoms of a heart attack. Because without that conference, I would never have known. And as I was told by my doctor, 20 more minutes, I would not be standing here today. So I encourage you to learn the signs and the symptoms of a heart attack. If you ever feel that you might be having any of the signs, any of the symptoms, if you're just not sure, don't be afraid to call 911. Just take that one step, because that's the most important step to getting help and to surviving a heart attack. Go red for Native American women. Go red for you. And one last thing I want to say is I thank you, Joshua, for going out of your way to get me to go to the Go Red for Native American Women conference. Because without you and your effort, I would not be here today.